In this video, we're going to create an energy drink flyer. Alright, so first I'm going to upload my energy drink in a can. So I'll go to upload on the left hand toolbar and I'll select the energy drink. Once we've done that, we'll select the background and then we'll select background color up at the top toolbar, and then I'll select one of the colors that is associated with the can or the energy drink, which is the orange. So I'll select the orange, and we're gonna go for a gradient look where we're gonna have the orange below and the white up at the top in a gradient kind of look with a bit of fade. So we're gonna go to add a new color next, and then we're gonna click on gradient, and we're gonna change this green to white, and then we're gonna just swap the colors by dragging the orange to the right, and then we're gonna click on the gradient style that we like. Alright, so you could click on any one of these styles that you like, but I want to use this style right here where we have the orange below and the white up at the top. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our text. So go to the left hand toolbar, click on text, then we're gonna add a text box, and now you can enter the text that you want to enter. So we're gonna add fresh in caps, and I'm gonna click on the corner and drag outwards to make it a bit bigger. I'm gonna highlight it and I'm gonna change the font color or the text color, which you could do up at the top toolbar. You click on text color and then you change it to white. After we have changed it, we'll change the font style or the font type to this font style right here. Alright, Bebas New. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm sure you guys get the point. Alright, so we're going to enlarge it a bit. So I'm going to click on one of the corners and then drag it outwards so that it could be enlarged. Alright, so let's just try to move it up a bit. So I'll drag it out a bit more. Alright, so now I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to add another text. So duplicate by clicking this button right here. Once you have it selected, and you drag it down right below the first text, and we're going to change the text. So select it and double click inside to highlight the entire text. Then we're going to type in drinks. So basically it's drinks is too big, so we're going to click on the edge of our text box and we're going to drag inwards so that it becomes smaller. Alright, and then we're going to drag the edge of it, or the left or the right edge, outwards. So now it's a bit smaller and we could adjust it right below our first text. So at the moment it's a bit smaller, so we're going to try to make it a bit bigger so that it could be aligned with the edge on the left hand side as well as the edge on the right hand side. Alright, so click on one of the edge and just drag out, enlarge it a bit, and just try to align it. Alright, so if you have issues dragging around, just use your keyboard to use your arrow button to just press up and down to move your text or your elements where you want it to be. So now that I think that both of them are aligned, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to position and then layers. Then I'm gonna select both of them by clicking shift and selecting both of the text. When I say both of them, I mean the text. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move them up a bit, right in the center of the page. And what I'll do next is I'll just basically select the can, which is the energy drink, and then I'm gonna drag it up forward in front of the fresh drinks text. Alright, so what I'll do next is I'll try to enlarge it by clicking the corner and then I'll just drag outwards. Alright, so as we drag outwards like that, we could see that our text our can has actually been enlarged. All right, so it's increased in size. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna slant it a bit to the left. So what you'll do is you'll use this button right here, kind of look like a recycle sign. All right, so just click on it, click and hold it, and then just drag it to the left a bit, and then that's how we slant our element. All right, so next what we'll do is we'll drag it down a little bit right here. I think I like that right there. So what we'll do next is we'll edit this image because this image look a bit dark. So I'm gonna go to the top toolbar, click on edit, and then I'll click on adjustment. So with the adjustment panel you could brighten your image, or you could edit the colors of your image as well as the shadows. Alright, so I'll adjust the brightness just to make it a bit brighter, and then I'll try to adjust the shadows to make it a bit brighter. Alright, so shadows and the brightness has been adjusted. We have adjusted them, so now we're ready to move on to our next step. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna click on the can and we're gonna lock it so that it doesn't move. Also, I think we could also lock the text as well. So click on position, click on your text. You could use these three buttons right in the corner, click on it, and then you could lock. You could actually lock the text from here as well. Alright, so let's lock both text. So now that we have locked both text, we're gonna add some fruits on the design page, kind of over the text as well, you know, kind of hiding certain areas of the text. So what we'll do is we'll go to elements, and then what we'll do is we'll type in mango. Alright, and there's some nice mango graphics here that we could use. So I'll use this one first. Alright, and then we'll just resize it. Just click the edge and drag it inwards to make it smaller, and we could put this one right here. Alright, and then we'll look for another mango. Alright, so something that you could do is if you like a mango from someone, when I say someone I mean like a designer, you could just click on this button right here, this three dots in a black box, and then you could see the designer, the person who made it right here. So I'll click on this designer, and now you could see some of the other graphics that they would have designed. Alright, they would have uploaded. Alright, so I'm just gonna go back and look at more mango images that we could use. So I'll just scroll down a bit. Just scroll down a bit. Mind you, looking for some of these images are very time consuming. Alright, so let's type in a keyword so that we could try to make it a bit shorter. Alright, I'll put slice. Okay, so now that we've entered a keyword, we're having some better results, which I like. Alright, so I like this one, so I'll click on this one and we'll use this. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna decrease the size. So once the size is decreased, then I'll be able to place it where I want to place it. Alright, so I'm gonna increase the size a bit, just a little bit, and I'm gonna place it right here. Alright, kind of making sure that this size is in proportion to this mango over on the right hand side. Alright, so just drag that bit. Don't want it too much off of our design. So next what we'll do is we'll look for another graphics that we could add, mango that is, and we're gonna use some cubes. So let's just change the text up at the top to mango cubes. Alright, and we're gonna look for one that we think would be appropriate. I think I like this one, so we're gonna click on this one right here. No, I don't like the look of it, so we're gonna go with something else. Alright, so let's look for a better one. Yep, so let's use this one. I think we can use this one. So just make it a bit smaller by clicking on the corner and dragging it in, and then we'll place it right here. Alright, solid. So I know that it's hiding the text a bit, but one of the things is sometimes you just add in the text for like a style or, you know, an effect. Alright, so more than likely somebody who's reading possibly would understand that it's fresh drinks underneath just by seeing a few of the letters. Alright, because some of us, our brains might be thinking a bit fast. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some mango leaves now. So I'll type in leaf because we want singular. Alright, so let's see if we find a good one that we could use. Want one that looks a bit real. Alright, not like a cartoon type. So this one right here, I like it, so let's click on it, and what we're going to do is we're going to adjust it by clicking edit once we have it selected, and then we're going to do adjust. Then we're going to brighten it again. Alright, so that's better. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it smaller, and we can just add it right here. And then I'm gonna duplicate it and then twist it a bit so it's pointing upwards now. So I'm gonna put it right here. Alright, or maybe I should just leave it pointing downwards. Nope, so let's point it upwards like that, and that's good. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna add a text. Alright, so click on text on the left hand toolbar, and then click on add a text box, and we're going to just increase it so that we could see the text, and we're going to type energy drink. Alright, so I'm going to select the text, alright, because I want to change the font style or the font type. So let's put that font type to Poppins. So click on it, select it, and I'm just gonna drag it up to the top right here. So I'm gonna make it bold as well, and I'm gonna change the font color by clicking text color. Then let's change it to one of the colors that is associated with this can, or we could even choose from the mangoes as well. I like this orange color here. It's not too much of the orange that we used before, it's a bit darker. So let's click on it. Yeah, so our text has been changed, and we're gonna make it smaller. Alright, dragging it in. We're gonna adjust it to the center to align it center. Just drag it down a bit. Alright, so that's lovely. Alright, so it's center, it's aligned vertically. So that's good. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this text. We're going to duplicate the text, and we're going to drag it down to the bottom of the design. And we're going to just put a short message below here. Alright, so let's double click inside to highlight. Double click. We're going to change the text color. Change it to white. And then I'll just type in fresh and tasty flavored energy drink that boosts your energy at any time. Alright, full stop. So this text is a bit too big for here, so we're going to highlight it and we're going to make the text size a bit smaller. We're going to decrease it. Alright, so I think I like this size, just make it big one just a little bit, and we're going to drag in the edge so that it's a bit more, it's filling both lines a bit more. So now that we've done that, I think it's reasonable. We're going to try to center it. So let's just click and hold it and drag it. So I'm clicking this arrow right here, this cross right there. I'm moving it to the center so it could center align. So something to pay attention to is you have to make sure that you have a reasonable amount of space from the bottom or the edge of your design on all sides, alright, each corner. Make sure that your elements are not pushing off of the page, alright. So just make sure that they're not pushing off of the page or anything like that. Okay, I'm just gonna make this a little bit smaller. Alright. Yeah. So just made it a bit smaller. What we could do next is we could click on the can. Alright, I'm gonna see how this look. If it doesn't look good, then I won't do it. So let's unlock it. Alright, and then we'll go to edit. Then we'll go to shadows. Then you could put a drop shadow on it. See how that looks. Alright, let's scroll down and let's reduce the intensity. Let's see the distance. Nope. Alright, angle. Nope. Alright. So I think this is fine for now. Alright, so I think this is fine. So what you could do is you could just go over all the steps that I would have taken and you could just try to create it as well. If you need to find like a canned drink, you could just go on the internet on Google and you could type in canned drink and try to remove the background in Canva. Or if you don't have Canva premium account, you could just type in remove image background on Google, and I'm sure that you'll find a site which you could do so for free. Alright, but this is the end of this tutorial, and if you want you could just do the design or you could do something similar to it and you could send it to me and I could look over it and give you some feedback. Alright, so thank you for watching.